All right, this is the last little bit of the point of sale training. Let's see, the last few I have here are pretty easy. View current product. Obviously, you have to have a product in here for it to know that it's a current product. So if you hit that, click on view product. The only information it's going to, let's try that again. There it goes. The only information it's going to give you here is each store, each location we have. It'll give you the on hand, how many are on order for that store, how many that store is sold, and how many are in transit. So in this system, if the warehouse or the sending store sends out some merchandise, it's not automatically in the receiving store's quantities yet. They have to actually receive it, and that's another document. They're going to have to actually receive the products in before it's in their on hand number. So if it's on order, that means it's on a purchase order. The warehouse may not have it in yet, and it hasn't been processed. The in transit means it has been processed. The warehouse made a transfer for it, but the receiving store has not received it in yet. So if it's something you ran out of and you want to see if you're going to get any of it coming in soon, this is a good indicator to know that it's on the way. You should see it soon. Customers asking, if another store has something in stock that maybe you ran out of, this is where you would find it. Next is the receipt lookup. There are two options here. The tender list is very basic. It pretty much just gives you the tender information, not really the products that they bought or anything. So I'll show you what that looks like. Pick a date range, hit search, and this will show you the store, the time and date. You can also filter out, which store you're at, which store you're looking for. It gives you the receipt number. It'll give you the credit card tender, the total, and the amount paid. So that's really the only information this is going to give you. You can click this button here and it's not going to give you any more information. So it's kind of useless, but this information's here in case you need it. The other option is way more in depth, probably way more useful. You can search in all of these different fields. You can search and filter out your location right here. You can select the date range just like I did. So let's go back to that same date range. Hit search. So this once again will show you the date, time, store, receipt number. The clerk name will be in there. Moving forward, it's data that was not converted over from Retail Pro, so that's why this is blank, but it will be there for every new transaction in this system. It also gives you the total, tells you if it's a standard receipt or a return, and if you hit this view button, it gives you a lot more information. So from here, you can see the merchandise that they bought. It would be listed here. The barcode, how many they bought, the brand, all of these tabs will be filled out from all new transactions in this system. Not everything got carried over from Retail Pro. So if any of this is missing, like customer, that would be why. You can see the tenders, you can see how they paid, if they used the gift card, so on and so on. You can also reprint the receipt. You can print a gift receipt. You can view the printout without actually printing, and you can email the customer a copy of the receipt from here. Okay. You can also void the transactions here. Just keep that in mind too. Never going to use the unpay. I don't see a reason why you would have to reopen the transaction, but it's there just in case. All right, that's about everything with the receipt lookup. The last one here that I haven't gone over is the manager options. So in here, you can do the closeout of your cash drawer, which is pretty much your X report. If you click that, we're not going to be putting all of the denominations in this system. So really the only thing you have to do at the end of the day when you're totally done ringing people up on that workstation is just hit save and print. That's it. That will log you out and it will close that register down for the night. You don't ever need to print this print X out. It's way too much information that we're never going to use it. So the only thing you need to know is save and print. That's it. Next is the paid out. Very easy. You just write who the paid out is to, how much you're taking out, and if there's any comments, hit save. Not much to it. You can change the salesperson. I don't see why we would use that, but this button is here just in case. If it becomes an issue, we can remove this button. You can also see the productivity report. There's not really any sales on this new system yet, so it's kind of hard to tell what information this is going to gather, but it's here and we can use it if it's useful. In here, you would also do returns and exchanges. So anything that you scan up here after you hit returns is going to show up in the list below as a negative. So if somebody's trying to return something, for one, it's going to ask you for the receipt number. If that happens, this box down here will populate with all of the items from that receipt, and all you have to do is checkbox whatever items they're returning. Once you do that and hit OK, they will be populated down here as a negative quantity already. If they don't have the receipt, you just do what I just did and hit cancel, and anything you ring up down here now will show up in black, which tells you that it is going to be a negative quantity. And it'll keep moving on. You can change the quantities just like normal. Go up here, change quantity. They're going to return 5 of these, right? Go back into manager options. If they want to exchange something, you would hit this exchange button, and this will turn everything back into positives. Everything new that you're adding to this receipt will be positive now. So there you go. Pretty easy. You just got to know that exchange is positive and return is negative. Open drawer. I think you know what that does. I hope. And I think that is it on here. All right. Let me know if you have any questions.